Hi everyone, I'm Stan from Ellie.ai, and today I'm going to show you how you can use CData Connectors within Ellie to bring schemas and tables from different sources into your Ellie environment as physical models. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you have access to CData. If you do, as an admin, you will see CData tab within your connectors in the admin tools. And when you open it, what you'll notice is that you need to create your CData account. So you can do it in two ways. One is if you have an existing account, so you had some other environment, you can import a CData account. But in this case, we're going to create a new CData account. So I'm just going to press and create an account. And now you have an account created within your Ellie environment for your CData connectors. And you can connect to CData in two ways. You can set up connectors for your whole organization, which will show up in your admin tools, CData Connectors, or you can, as a user, create your own connection for CData. So to create a connector, I'm just going to press plus, and I'll create a count-wide connector. And now what I have to do is select one of the data sources. For example, in our case, let me use Databricks, and I'm going to connect to my Databricks environment. And the next step I have to do is I need to input all the required credentials. And once you're done inputting all the credentials, you can go and press save and test, and we can see that our connection is now set up. And if I go to Ellie, I will see that we now have a Databricks connector in CData. And what this allows me, because it is one of our enterprise-wide connectors, anybody in the organization will be able to use it. So for example, if I go to my folder and I create a physical model, let's call it Databricks demo. And if I press connect to the database, here I can select CData, select the connector that we have created, and you'll see this little icon here. Essentially, it means that it is a connector for many people. And if I select it, I'll be able to connect to my CData account, do the connection, and now I have the available schemas in my Databricks environment. I'll select the default one, and now Ellie is going to load in the schema from Databricks. Now, of course, depending on your setup, your model might have relationships already or not. This really depends how it is in your warehouse or another source system environment. But this is how you can import a model, a schema from one of your data sources into Ellie. So in this case, we used our admin tools to set up the connector. Let me show you how you can also create your own personal connector. It works the same way. The only difference is that when you create a new physical model, for example, and let's say it's BigQuery for this connection, I'm going to connect to the database. I'm going to again use my CData connector. And here, what I'm going to do is create a new connection. Because I'm creating it as a user, not as an admin, it will be my own personal connector, so nobody else will have access to it. So let's use Google BigQuery. Let's create the connection. And what you'll notice is that, for example, in this case, for me to set up the connector, I have to sign in with my Google account. So I'm going to do that. So I've inputted the project ID. I now have connected with my Google account. And now what I'm going to do is press save and test. And now our connection has been created. So if I go back to my Ellie, I will get returned to the same page where we need to select one of our connections. I'm going to select my Google BigQuery connector and I'll press connect. And now I'll select the schema I want to use as a source to import into my Ellie as a physical model. And within a couple of seconds, my model will be imported into Ellie. So there we go. We have our entities in our physical model created and they can be used. And that's how you create your connectors with CData within Ellie. So you can connect as an admin and create enterprise-wide connectors so anybody in the organization can use them, or every user can have their own connectors so they can connect, use their connect to CData Connectors and import information from source systems, warehouses, and so on into Ellie as physical models.